No, don't go away. I still love you. Somewhat. Ooh, this black is
juicy.
One of the comments was like,
that means you're built like a 1x4 Lego plate.
wait, hold on. Is this a blind bag that makes no sense? Or is this a roasting blind bag? What color do you think Snoopy is? Tomato, right? And on a scale from 1 to 10, how cute do you think this Q-tip is? It's not used, by the way, don't worry. Now, what did all of what I just said have in common?
Exactly.
Nothing made sense. And in today's video, we are going to make a blind bag that makes no sense. To start off, I'm taking my white paper and folding it in half. I believe this is hamburger style. Last time I said hot dog style when I folded it like this and I got flamed in the comments. And also, just a huge disclaimer, this is not a tutorial. This is just me testing out my creativity skills. I have my notebook here to protect my surface. I'm just going to put this underneath my blind bag. Now, just to start, for the front, I want to draw the default model texture, you know, in games, that pink and black checkerboard. So first, I'm going to go in with my pink. I'm going to color this box and this box. So let's pop that open. And we're just going to color. I've said this time and time again, but these markers are just incredible. The ink is super opaque and it's even. I highly recommend. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I just wanted to put that out there. For any of you game developers of any sort or have any knowledge of game development, do you know why the untextured pattern is pink and black? Why isn't it not blue and black or yellow and black? You can let me know in the comments. I had this
deep fear
of using markers in large spaces because you can only have so much ink in a marker, and if you use it for such a large space, it's gonna run out really quickly. Okay, but I think we turned out okay, because these look pretty opaque. I know it's a little bit streaky, but... And then now for the black parts, I'm actually not going to use my black brush pens because honestly, they're kind of running out. I use these very often. So instead of the black markers, I'm going to use black construction paper. So I'm just going to cut 2 pieces out. There we go. And now I'm going to take my glue stick and glue these squares. I'm going to glue these black squares onto the white parts. So we're gonna pop this off, apply some glue onto the white. And we're just gonna attach these. Okay, maybe this is a little too big. Hold on. Scrap paper. No, don't go away. I still love you. Somewhat. You know, the checkerboard pattern isn't exactly even, but my face is uneven too, so what's up? Now that we have the background all colored in, it's time to draw our design. Now, originally, I had intentions to name this blind bag Confusing Blind Bag, but...
that's not confusing enough.
let me think of a synonym for confusing. What about discombobulate? This is supposed to make no sense, like whatever I'm doing right now. I'm going to write discombobulate blind bag in the most annoying way possible. You'll just see for yourself. D-I-S. I guess I didn't need to write S upside down because it's pretty much the same. C-O-M-B-O-B-U-L-A-T-E. Blind bag. So in essence, I was trying to write discombobulate with each letter orienting in consecutive 90-degree directions. I think the ink on the black side is a little bit dull. So I'm gonna go back in with another white pen. Okay, I'm back with my finer tip white pen. Alright, I'm gonna retrace the white spots on the black. Okay, that looks slightly more opaque. Now for the bottom, I'm just gonna draw one big question mark because that is how I feel every time I go to school. This is a very, very familiar punctuation mark. And then I'm just gonna go over the white marker spots on the black paper. So now I'm going to do a little bit of the
unthinkable,
writing the rarities on the front side. I have a little plan for the back side that you guys are probably just dying to hear what that is. Also, there's just a lot of blank space here, so I just want to fill that up. Just 4 circles oriented in different directions. Who, what, how. And for each of the circles, I'm just going to fill it in varying amounts. I'm just not going to fill in. What, I'm going to fill it in 1/3 way through. How, I'm just going to fill in everything. And then ... is going to be filled in 3/4 of the way. And you know what? Let's just draw a box around everything. Why not? And then to the right here, I'm just gonna draw the most used emoticon I use when I'm confused. I use the @ symbol, an underscore, and then an @ symbol. Now notice here, I didn't draw any dotted lines at the top like I normally do. You know why? Because I'm going to make you open it from the back side. So I have my Sharpie right here. Cut here. Now, I didn't want to draw it too big because I don't want you to, cut into the items. Not that the items would be important. Oh, my signature. All we gotta do is to use our tape to tape everything together. Now it's time to make our blind bag items. Okay, first thing we have to make is the You Got paper. I have my very crumply printer paper. The paper I don't finish using in my previous projects, I just kind of save them in a separate drawer, and then when I want to work on another project, I'll try to use paper from there. So first I'm going to cut a rectangle out, fold this along, cutting it out. And here's our You Got paper. For the front, I want to copy the pink and black checkerboard design. So we're gonna go in with the pink first. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the black. Ooh, this black is juicy. Okay, so there is our cover. Oopsie, no one would notice. Now look at the key that I've written here. Rarities are who, what, how, and I don't know what that is. Instead of writing You Got on the front, you need to think of a very thought-provoking message that is also related to one of these. Today, I'm feeling like we should choose who. So on the inside, let's write who. I'm telling you, nothing makes sense in this video. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the message that I wrote on the front, and you might be looking at this and thinking, what the heck does that even mean? Writing you are who, it's just like when you think of cringy memories, you're just like, who am I? Why am I here? Why did I exist in a cringy timeline? As for the blind bag items, I prepped these two pieces of paper that'll act as our inside blind bags for our two items. So that means we're making two items today. Now, like the cover and the You Got paper, we need to color in the pink and black texture. Take our pink marker first, switch to my black pen. The front of this one, I'm going to draw a question mark using my white pen. But for the thing I'm going to write on the second one, probably not going to get until I explain it a little bit more. Your soulmate. Just hear me out, alright? I feel like fortune telling is confusing at times. If you go to a fortune teller, you would ask something about your soulmate. If you were single, of course. You'll see how the actual items go. But before that, we need to seal these off with tape. So here's our tape. I'm just gonna throw it like I always do. There we go. So now let's work on the first item. I'm going to make a paper squishy and you'll see what I'll be making. To be honest, I don't have the faintest idea of what exactly I want to do, so I'm just gonna do whatever. Let's draw a gradient of a question mark. I wish I had a darker black color pencil, but this is as dark as I can get it to be. I want to do another gradient in the background, but except dark on the bottom and then go to light on top. This would have been much easier if I used like a drawing pencil. Okay, there is our question mark. I think this is the item that I'm gonna keep. So to turn this into a paper squishy, I'm going to take some tape first. So, lay it on. There's a little missing bit right here. And now that things are taped, we can fold it back, cut a square out of this. I'm just gonna use some extra tape to seal down the sides. I'm leaving a little gap here so that I can fill it up with stuffing. So this is the amount of stuffing that I grabbed. This is already more than enough. And let's seal it all up with tape. Here is our question mark paper squishy. Nothing too remarkable.
And nothing makes sense.
Why this is included in the blind bag, I have no clue. But that is the point of this blind bag. Slide this in here and then seal the bottom edge. Alright, perfect. Now the next bag that we need to deal with is your soulmate. Now I have a couple of options as to what to put in here. I have these three options. We have a tape dispenser, a Lego brick, and an eraser. Now what does this have to do with your soulmate? Well, it's up to your interpretation for the most part. I guess it depends how nice I want to be. Now let's pretend I wanted to give this blind bag to Snoopy. And if he opened this up, do I want to choose this tape dispenser? Does that mean Snoopy's soulmate is the clingiest thing on earth? Or do I want to choose this eraser? You're able to cover up mistakes easily. I don't know what that means, so I'm probably not going to choose that one. But today, I think I'm going to choose the Lego brick. To be honest, this whole video was inspired by one of my old shorts, and I think one of the items had a Lego brick. So I left it to the comment section to decipher what that meant. One of the comments was like,
that means you're built like a 1x4 Lego plate.
Damn! I'm just gonna go off by that definition. Okay, let's seal that up. Wait, hold on. Is this a blind bag that makes no sense? Or is this a roasting blind bag? Okay, so now that we have all of our items, let's assemble. And then the You Got paper. And finally, we just need to seal off the edge. And here is our final product. Do I think that I completed today's objective well? I mean, I think I did. I had no idea what I was doing the whole time, but I think that's a success. But now it's unboxing time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Meepyblues out.